Hello everyone, welcome to this new masterclass. Just can you let us know if you are hearing us well, if all is good for you? We'll wait a few seconds until everyone joined before starting the masterclass. Welcome everyone. Welcome, we are seeing you joining our masterclass.
I think we will start. If you have any question, don't hesitate to drop them on the chat or on the question, and we will either answer you by the chat or Jim will answer. Thanks, everyone.
Commence. Tu recordes? So welcome everyone to this new master class. I present myself. I'm Jim, the Middle East and North Africa product manager at Worldia, and I have with me today Emmanuel, who will be helping me for this presentation. Uh, During this presentation, I will be showing the United Arab Emirates first, then I'll be showing the platform, then I'll move to Morocco, and finally to Egypt. Just as a reminder, you previously had our first master class, which was about Italy. Today you're having the Middle East. Then during the new year, you will be having Greece on the 8th of Jan, France on the 15th of Jan, Central Europe, then UK, and we will be closing with Spain. So welcome first to the United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates is located in the Middle East, as you can see on the map. It has borders with Saudi Arabia and Oman, with two main airports, which are DXB Dubai Airport and Abu Dhabi Airport, that cover most of the big capitals of the US, the UK, and Canada. So here we have many direct flights. It's not a problem to find any flight on a world-class airlines like Emirates or Etihad. The main Emirates we have in at Worldia for the United Arab Emirates are Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and Ras Al Khaimah, which I will be presenting briefly. So just for you to know concerning the formalities, you should have a valid passport for 6 months beyond the period of stay that apply to US, UK, and Canadian citizens. A visa is not required for a stay of 30 days. Health insurance is not mandatory, but it's recommended. Time difference, so it's 3 hour in summer, 4 hour in winter compared to the UK. So the time in the UAE is advanced compared to the UK, and plus 8 hour compared to the US and Canada, plus 8 hours and more, of course. The main currency is AED. It's equivalent to, for AED are equivalent to $1. And the main language of the country is Arabic, but English is broadly spoken since the UAE and mainly Dubai, which is the most known city of the UAE, is populated by 70% of foreigners, which helps with speaking English. Highlight of the destination. So why we go to the UAE? We go there for the good weather. It's a very warm country, so when it's winter, for us, it's good there. It's always warm. It's a very secure and politically stable country. So in the UAE, we don't have any political anything related to what you are maybe hearing about the region. The country is very stable and it is very secure, so it's one of the most secure destination worldwide. You won't be stolen there, so everyone can feel safe. Even women traveling alone can feel very safe in the UAE. Luxury hotel and resorts. So UAE is very known for its hotels that became destination by themselves. People travel just to stay and discover the luxury accommodations there. World-class entertainment. You have entertainment to everyone, kids, adults. You have the biggest parks, the biggest monuments. I'll be covering a bit later, but there are entertainment for everyone. And finally, coexistence of modernity and traditions. So beside the modern aspect of the UAE, you still have a lot of places that are very authentic to discover the history and heritage of this country. For who and when to go, so it's a destination for couples, families, and travelers searching for extravagance and out of ordinary experiences, if I can say that. And when to go, the best season to go is October to March, since it's the fresh season. Uh, and in summer, it gets hot there. It gets very warm. It can reach 50 degrees, but not like all the summer. And usually, the average temperature during summer would be around 42, 45 degrees, depending on the location. Dubai. So Dubai is the main city people visit when traveling to the UAE. It's home to the world's longest tower, the Burj Khalifa. It's home to the most luxurious hotel in the world, Burj Al Arab. The city by itself is very well connected to the world with the Emirates airline, so you won't be having any problem joining the country from any of the main airports from your cities. The city is also home to the Dubai Mall, the largest mall in the world. It's home to Dubai fountains, the highest fountain in the world. So that's a bit what differentiate Dubai. Its main tourist is based on record-breaking constructions and activities. And the city is also home to Miracle Garden, the largest flower garden, and many other record-breaking activities and monuments. As you can see on the map here, we've divided Dubai into four areas at Worldia to help you a bit select the accommodations and recommend to your clients. So we have the Dubai city, where's the downtown area. You can see in the middle above. It's where there's the Burj Khalifa, the Dubai Mall. So the main attractions people would like to visit. Another area would be the Palm Jumeirah. It's the palm-looking island, and it's where many luxurious hotels are located, and where the Atlantis Hotel is located. So that's also to help you a bit recognize the areas. We do have the Dubai Marina, which we also divided as a separate area, and which is the trendy area of Dubai. So it's here, as you can see it. And finally, you have Dubai Jumeirah, so it's the remaining part of Dubai, and it's the remaining coastal area. We also created Dubai all areas. So if you don't have in mind a specific area to recommend for your clients to sleep in, you can pick just maybe based on the price or based on the ranking. Our hotel recommendations. So the first hotel is Atlantis the Royal. Dubai previously had Atlantis the Palm, which is of course still available. It's the equivalent to the Atlantis in Bahamas, if I'm not wrong. And now they opened another one, Atlantis the Royal, which is an architecture special construction. And both Atlantis hotels have access to an amazing water park for free. Another hotel I would recommend would be Aloft Mina Dubai. It's a good hotel, quality, budget, and location. Another hotel I personally like a lot is the Heritage Hotel Autograph. So this hotel is located in downtown area. It's walking distance to the main sites of Dubai, the Burj Khalifa, the Dubai Mall. So it's the best area for clients who doesn't want neither to drive or take taxis or take the metro. They can reach most of the main sites, sorry, by walking distance. And finally, Sofitel downtown. So it's close to Heritage Hotel Autograph, but it's located near the Sheikh Zayed Highway. And the specificity of this hotel is that many rooms have a Burj Khalifa view. The rate is very good. um for the quality and location you have, and it's located next to the main metro station of Dubai, the Burj Khalifa Dubai Mall metro station. So it's a must for people who want to go using the metro and have a five-star experience in the centrally located area. Some of our activities would be Atlantis Aquaventure, the park I was talking about. We have the Museum of the Future, which is the new museum that opened a short moment ago, and that is an architecture, uh, a very spectacular architecture building. We have the going up in the Burj Khalifa, so you can go to the 128th floor, I think, so to view the view of the city. And finally, a last experience I mentioned is come and eat at Asma, so it's dinner with a local woman or a lunch. Abu Dhabi, another main area people would visit while going to the UAE. It's home to the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, one of the biggest in the world, home to the Louvre Abu Dhabi, home to the Emirates Palace, and home to Sirbani Island, which where you can find many luxurious hotels. Some recommendations I would recommend, some hotels I would recommend, sorry, are the Emirates Palace. It's one of the best hotel in the UAE. However, it's a bit expensive, so for the clients that can afford it, of course, they should go for it. If not, they can go just to have tea there or dinner or lunch, but to experience it. Another hotel would be Capital Center Arjan by Rotana. It's a very good recommendation, quality, price, and location. And finally, Anantara Serbani Island. So that would be a good hotel for couples looking for a very special stay away from the people. Some of our activities would be the desert and the safari and the desert. So that also is available in Dubai and in Ras Al Khaimah. Another activity I would recommend is the Ferrari World, the Ferrari amusement park, where you have the ride that is one of the fastest in the world. Kayaking in Abu Dhabi, and finally Louvre Abu Dhabi, which is the only Louvre outside of France. Finally, Ras Al Khaimah. So this emirate is a bit special and different than Dubai and Abu Dhabi because it's not the modern emirate. It's more the authentic side and the authentic face of the UAE. And here you have many natural influenced activities. So you can go there just for the day from Dubai or Abu Dhabi to discover it, to do nature activities, and then come back to sleep in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. As uh, you can also sleep there. The accommodation at Ras Al Khaimah are less expensive than Dubai and Abu Dhabi. However, you should know that there isn't as much offers as in the other Emirates. Our favorite itineraries are the essential of the Emirates, which is the combo Dubai Abu Dhabi. Another one would be Dubai Abu Dhabi Alliance. So here you have a night in the desert between Abu Dhabi and Dubai. The best of the UAE, which is the combination of all the Emirates we have at Worldia, and the remaining are ideas. So depending on the type of trip, if it's family, if it's couple, so you have everything in different templates. Abu Dhabi and Maldives. So that's just to inspire you that you can easily combine between two countries at Worldia. So here, for example, you combine it between Abu Dhabi and Maldives, but you can combine it between Dubai and Maldives or any other Asian or African destination, especially due to the airline connections that are there. So it's a must to combine these cities with other countries. I will show you a bit. First, I will give you some useful information, then I will move to the platform. Credit and debit cards are widely accepted in the UAE. It's not a problem at all, and you might be needing cash for the souks, which are the small markets of the UAE. Tipping is not mandatory. However, you should know that in the Middle East and in North Africa, we don't include the tips in the bill. So you should add it by yourself and usually add 10 to 15%. And you should, of course, give tips to taxi hotel staff. So it's recommended, but of course, not mandatory. Shop and malls in UAE open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and some even more. Lunch time is from 12 to 3 p.m. there, and dinner time is between 7 and 11 p.m. there. Just so you know, the plugs they use in UAE are Type G plugs, and the tap water is not safe to drink there. So of course, it's safe to shower, wash your hands, and everything, but it's not safe to drink. I will move a bit to the platform. So as you can see, I hope it's working correctly. Here are the destination. So you can find the UAE under the Middle East. Here we go on it. And here are the itinerary suggestion we have and I was talking about. We have 13 itinerary for the US, UK, and Canadian markets. And for example, I'll look to the Abu Dhabi Dubai, which is one of the most and the essentials to do for first trip to the UAE. So you have the flight, then the transfer to the hotel, the essential of the Abu Dhabi, which is an activity to visit the essential sites of the city. Then you have the private transfer from Abu Dhabi to Dubai, which is around an hour and a half. Then you move to Dubai. You have going up the Burj Khalifa, which is the essential of Dubai and the best seller. Then you have other activities. I will try to pick a random day just to show you that you have a very large catalog for activities. I will be doing different demonstrations so to show you how it works for the airline and other uh, specialities of our platform. So here on Dubai, I should just switch so it gives us a rate. And then when we get a rate, I can modify the activities. So here, as you can see, I have my suggestion of activities, but I can modify it by anything. So let's check from my location what activities I do have. So I have 99 results that get. I have private tour, I have the aquarium, the aquaventure park, ski in Dubai, and the 9 pages of activities. So I doubt you'll not find an activity you were thinking of, and we keep on updating our catalog and adding more activities, and then I can select any activity I want and add it to my trip. And then the calculation will be done and added uh, to the program of the client. I will go back to my presentation. As a summary, we have more than 100 hotel and selection for Dubai. You can uh, select any of our hotels and be sure that you won't be having any problem. We have many activities with private guides, private English speaking guides, and transfer from and to the hotels. And we do have experts on site, our partners, to assist for any problem. I will be moving to my second destination that I'll be presenting today, which is Morocco. As you can see, Morocco is located in the African continent. It's located in North Africa, with two main airports to connect it to the world. So it's Casablanca and Marrakesh Airport. Just so you know, the UK have many lot of connections to Morocco since it's closer. You can find direct flights from London, Manchester, Liverpool, Newcastle, and many other cities. However, for the US and Canada, the countries are mainly connected to Casablanca and Marrakesh from Miami, Washington, New York City, Montreal, and Toronto. It's already a good number of direct flights due to the duration of the flight. As you can see on the map, the country is between the Ocean Atlantic and the Mediterranean Sea. And here are some of the cities we cover: Marrakesh, Agadir, Essaouira, Ouarzazate, Merzouga, and many different cities I'll be talking about briefly. For the formalities, the clients should have the valid passport for 6 months from the date of entry. That applies for US and Canadian passport holders. However, the UK passport holders have a smaller privilege, which is to have a 3 months valid passport. No visa is needed for a stay not exceeding 90 days. Health insurance is recommended but not mandatory. Um, Time difference, Morocco is 1 hour in advance to the UK, depending on summer or winter time, and plus 6 hour in advance to the US or Canada. Um, the currency is the Moroccan dirham, which 1 USD is equivalent to 10 MAD, and the main language is Arabic, but English and French are widely spoken. The best time to go there is from October to March. It's the mild temperature season, so it's the best to visit during that time. As you can see here, the average temperature, depending on the area, because within the desert or the central area of Morocco, it can get way warmer than the coastal areas. In the summer, it's of course hot, but it's not unbearable temperature. It's way better than Gulf or other part of the world. And of course, during summer, it's recommended to visit the coastal areas to get more freshness while visiting. Uh, the must-sees at a glance. So we have the main city, which is Marrakesh, the touristic capital of Morocco, where you can see the Medina, which is the central area of Marrakesh, where you can see the Plaza Jama Al Fna, where you can pass amazing gardens like Jardin Majorel, and when you can visit temple and amazing mosques. Another region is the Atlas region, so it's the mountain area of Morocco. Here you can go there for hiking, trekkings, and all the natural activities, and to discover, of course, the natural landscape of Morocco. Another area would be Essaouira and the Atlantic coast. So here we are talking about sea area. We are talking about a different type of tourism and different activities like surfing, swimming, and everything that can be done over the coast. Another area would be Fez, and of course, here we are talking about all the imperial cities around, which are also very popular for their medinas, their palaces, and the mosque, and all the cultural monuments. And finally, the Sahara Desert, which is another type of landscape you can discover in Morocco. So I'll go again briefly over the areas. We have Tanger, which is the city located on the north, very popular for its historic Kasbah and Medina and all the monuments there. We have Chefchaouen, which is very popular for its blue-colored houses. We have Tétouan, which is a Hispanic-influenced city. We have Fes, which is the spiritual capital of Morocco. For the activities, we do have many activities there, including tasting and walking in the souk with our guide. Here, this activity will let you taste different Moroccan dishes because Morocco is very popular for its cuisine. We do have, as you can see, many half and full day guided tour, and as a reminder, it's private guided tour with an English speaking guide and with transfer from and to your hotel wherever they are in these cities. And some hotel recommendations. So I recommended the Grand Hotel Villa in Tanger. That's a uh, average sized hotel, very modern French influence with Moroccan touch and very well located. And for the remaining cities, I recommended Riyadh, which are typical which are sorry, typical Moroccan establishment. So these are must when visiting Morocco to stay in. Another area is the High Atlas and its region. So in this area we have Marrakesh, which I already talked about. We do have Essaouira, which is the coastal city. We do have Agafay, which is a desert area located near Marrakesh. It's not very far from it, an hour and a half maybe, depending on your hotel. And it's a must for people that want to go to Marrakesh but want to experience the desert at the same time. And in this area, we do have many campment as accommodation for your guests, and many activities that can be done there, including quad, including camels ride, and other activities. We do have also Agadir, which is a coastal located area city. Some of our activities would be the Imperial Marrakesh and its secrets. So this activity is to discover Marrakesh with a guide and see the essential of the cities. We do have Morocco from the sky, which is air balloon activity. We do have dinner in the tents, which is an activity to go and have dinner in desert without sleeping there, and from and to Marrakesh. We do have excursion to Ouzoud waterfalls, which is a full nature immersive experience. We do have kite surfing lessons, quad bike excursions, and many other type of excursions that you can do from Essaouira and Marrakesh and different other areas. Hotel recommendations. So here I recommended one Riyadh, which is the typical Moroccan accommodation I was talking about, and I recommended Hotel du Golf Rotana, maybe for clients that are with their families and don't want to stay in a typical Moroccan establishment. And finally, I recommended Atlas Casbah Eco Lodge. That's one of the first eco lodges in Morocco, so it's a must for eco travelers. Moving to the Atlantic coast, so here we can talk about Rabat, which is the capital of Morocco. We can talk about Casablanca, which is the economic capital of Morocco, which combines between historical and modern buildings, and El Jadida, which is a Portuguese-influenced Moroccan coastal city. Some of our activities, so as I talked previously, we do have the private guide and transfer in all the main cities of Morocco, and here you can guarantee that the clients will see the essentials of each city they decide to discover and sleep in. Um, and another activity we do have is the vehicle and the guide. So that's more like a service we have. And that's a very convenient service we offer. So if the clients are departing from Marrakesh and Casablanca, they can have with them a guide and a private car for them that will be following them through all the itinerary they create. So the guide will be English speaking, of course, and will follow them from day one up to the day they return to Marrakesh or Casablanca. Just so you know, for this activities, for this activity and service, it's recommended to have it for 6 or 7 days at least, so it can be worth it, because it's a VIP service and it costs like it's not expensive, but it's a bit costly. And if the clients don't want to stay for 6 or 7 nights, it's better to take the private transfer we do have between the cities, and I'll be showing it to you later. Some hotel recommendations. So in Casablanca, I recommended the Radisson Blue Hotel, which is a centrally located hotel, very modern and very good for families. And in the remaining areas, I recommended the Riyadh, like Riyadh for Riyadh and Rabat, Dar el Kabira in Rabat, and Riyadh Soleil d'Orient and Al Jadida. It's a must to try this accommodation in Morocco because you won't be able to find similar to them anywhere in the world. Some itineraries, so the grand tour I'll be covering during the demonstration I will do. High Atlas and Desert, that's our 100% desert template. From the Atlantic coast to Marrakesh. So as you can see from the name, it's to go over the Atlantic area, and then city break in Marrakech. That's best to combine with a trip to Spain or to any other European destination. So it's very easily combinable since we have many direct flights from Morocco to most of the European capitals and small cities. Some useful information are that credit and debit cards are also accepted everywhere in Morocco. However, it's essential to carry cash for small business, street markets, and some rural locations. You should know that in Morocco, the price that the people give you on the souks aren't the last price. You should encourage your clients to negotiate, and then they will get very lower prices than the one they expect. Um, Finally, also as any other Middle Eastern destination, tips are not included in the bill, but it's recommended to tip around 10% of the bill. Shops open from 9:30 to 1, then closed for lunch break, but that's more in the rural areas. Then they reopen from 3 to 8 p.m. In the larger area, the clients won't have this problem. Lunch is served from 12 to 2:30. That's the lunch time, but of course it's not limited to these times. And dinner is usually from 7:30 to 10:30. Type C and E plugs are the one you'll find in Morocco, and please don't drink tap water in Morocco. Concerning safety, so the country is generally safe, but beware of pickpockets in big cities like Marrakesh, Casablanca, and this problem you'll find it in any big city around the world. We do have more than 400 selected hotels, so that's a large choice. Just so you know, there are thousands of riads in Morocco, but not all in Marrakesh and Morocco, and not all of them are well. So better you stick to our selection and you free your mind about if the clients will like it or not, because we made a very well selected the list of hotels to offer you. We do have 9 itineraries to inspire you, and we do have professional on site to assist the clients for any problem they face. I will move to the platform briefly to show you Morocco at Worldia. So Morocco, you'll find it under Africa. As you can see, here are our templates to inspire your clients, and here's the tour I was talking about. So the Grand Tour of Morocco, which is the essential for clients coming a first time to Morocco. They'll discover the main areas and the most important parts to see during 15 days, and of course you can modify it and adapt it the way you want. I will put, let's go on the 14th of February. Let's go from London since it's shorter distance. So here I picked the airport, then that's the only few things I had to do. Then all the work will be done by our platform, but of course I can modify it. So as you can see, we have the flights to Casablanca from London, which will appear shortly. Then we have the private transfer from the airport to the hotel, and that's how it goes. So here you can see the price per different products. It's in US dollar, but depending on your market, you'll have your currency, of course. Here you have our recommendation of hotel, but you can modify it by changing your accommodation. And here you will have all the selection of accommodations we have. And so here you can see our selection, or you tick that and you have the out of selection accommodations. Then you have private transfer from Casablanca to Rabat, and that applies to all the cities in this template. So to inspire you a bit about which itinerary you can follow and find private transfer between them, you can use the Grand Tour. Then it's the same. You have private transfer between all the cities with activities in each city up to arriving to it goes to Merzouga, Ouarzazate, really like the best places to visit in Morocco, up to Marrakesh. So here in Marrakesh, I set it to be for 3 nights, but you can add more nights. You can modify it the way you want by using manage your steps. So here you have all the steps, and then here you decide you want 4 nights, 3 nights, and then your itinerary will adapt. Here's the activity I was talking about, and you can of course change the activity and select any of the activities you find here in our catalog with the price per person and all the description of the activity in detail. I will go again to our platform. Don't hesitate to ask any question. My manager here is responding for any need. I will finally go to Egypt. So we do have Egypt. Egypt is located in North Africa, as you can see on the map near the Middle East. The main airport to connect to the UK, the US, and Canada is Cairo's airport. We do have many direct flights from the UK, covering London and Manchester. To the US, we do have direct flights to New York and Washington, and to Canada, we do have direct flights to Toronto. As you can see on the map, we do have Cairo, which is located at number one. We do have Alexandria, we do have Sharm el-Sheikh, Hurghada, and many other cities, Luxor and Aswan. Formalities: you need a valid passport for 6 months beyond the period of stay. The visa is mandatory for US, UK, and Canadian citizens. I would recommend you to have it at the airport. You can do it online, but it's not really necessary. It's very easy to have it at the airport, and you can get it for 25 US dollar approximately. The health insurance is recommended. It's not mandatory, but I would definitely recommend you to make travel insurance. Time difference is 1 + 1 hour compared to the UK, and plus 7 hours and more compared to the US and Canada. Currency is Egyptian pound, and the main language spoken there is Arabic. When to go there? So the best time to go there, and as all my destinations, is from November to March, since it's the milder temperature. You can go there, of course, during summer, but expect the temperature to be around 40 degrees Celsius, so it's around 104 Fahrenheit. And of course, it depends on the location you'll be going to, because on the Mediterranean coast, it's better than in the land. Who is it for? So it's for families, it's for couples, and it's of course for history and culture lovers. You should know something, that Egypt is safe, but it's not really recommended for women maybe to travel alone there. However, for families or friends or couples, there is no there is no security issues, but it's just like better to stay always aware about pickpockets, or like in any big cities, as I mentioned previously, especially in Cairo or in the touristic areas. How to visit it? You can visit with private transfers, and you can visit the Nile areas with the cruises I will be talking about later. We do have many UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Egypt, including the pyramids, including many temples. Uh, so that's one of the main highlights of the destination. We do have amazing cruises you can do to discover the cities around the Nile. And we do have amazing crystal clear waters in the Red Sea areas. The essentials at a glance. So the main and essential part of an Egypt trip is Cairo, which is the capital, where you have the famous pyramids, where you have the Sphinx, where you have Saqqara and Memphis, where you also have the Grand Egyptian Museum, which is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, museum in the world, that opened a few weeks ago. And of course, you have the souks there, you have many mosques and monuments to visit and discover. Some other important areas are Luxor and Aswan, where you have many temples to visit and many monuments, and I'll be showing a cruise to cover these areas. And finally, we do have the Red Sea, where you can enjoy some beach holiday with the family and some amazing all-inclusive resorts. Some formality, useful information are the payment methods. So credit and debit cards are accepted widely, but also carry cash for the souks and for small restaurant, taxis, and other activities. Taxis are very cheap in Egypt, like the cheapest I've ever seen. So you can do very small or long distances without worrying about the prices. And ATMs are available widely all over the cities to get money. Tips are not included in the bill. It's usually around 10%. And of course, tips are very encouraged in this country for hotel staff, driver, and all different services you can get. Uh, sh- Shops generally open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Restaurants for lunchtime, sorry, is between 12 and 3 p.m. and dinner time is between 7 and 11 p.m. But that's of course the time the people eat there usually, but you can find different options at any time. As in Morocco, negotiations are widely encouraged in Egypt. The first price is never the last price. Tell your customer to keep on negotiating. Concerning plugs, Type C and F plugs are the one you'll find there. Don't forget your clients to take the adapter that works for them. And please don't drink water in Egypt. Tap water is not safe to drink at all. But bottled water is very cheap and is very safe to drink there, so it's not a problem at all. And avoid ice cubes also in your cups, so because it must be from the tap water, unless it's fancy or a high quality restaurant. Cruises on the Nile, so I will be doing a platform demonstration about them. But just so you know, we do have three main cruises, which are a three-night cruise that start at Aswan and that goes to Luxor. We do have a four-night cruise that departs from Luxor and arrives to Aswan, and we do have a seven-night cruise that departs from Luxor and return to Luxor. And it's a must to add to your itinerary a cruise since you might start your trip at Cairo for the direct flights you have to your countries and visit the pyramids and the essentials, then go to Luxor, do your cruise until Aswan, and then you can go or take the cruise back to Luxor, and then you can fly to Urguda to finalize your trip. And that way you would have discovered let's say 70% of the essentials to visit in Egypt. Some of our activities, so as you can see, we do have visit to most of the temples there. We offer them with English speaking guide and with private transfer from and to your hotels. We do have a day trip to the pyramids. We do have hot air balloon activity. We do have dinner on cruises over the Nile and over the Nile, sorry, and many other activities. Some of our itineraries to inspire you are the Egypt's Golden Triangle. So here's the Cairo, Luxor, Urguda. That's really to do it in a rush, but to discover the essentials. But then, of course, you do have different other trip suggestions like Cairo, Luxor, Aswan, Cairo, Luxor, Aswan, Urguda from the Nile to the Red Sea. So, and you can include a cruise in it. And we do have Alexandria, Cairo, and Sharm el-Sheikh to discover the Mediterranean coast. Part of Egypt. I will do a demonstration for the cruises. So here we go again on the platform. Egypt, you can find Egypt under Africa since it's located in North Africa. And there are some tricks and things you should know for the cruises. So I will start first by showing you some of our trips. So as you can see, here are the trips I was talking about. When you click here, you can see all the cities they cover. It's a must also to combine Egypt and Jordan or Egypt and other Middle Eastern countries. Uh, and I will talk about some specific things you should know about the cruises. So we do have cruises almost every day, but not every day. So to know when we do have cruises and the duration of the cruises, you can go to the dedicated page And don't forget to put English to see the cruises available from for the English markets and the American and Canadian markets. So as you can see here, we have this table. It shows you the day where we do have cruises and the duration of the cruises. So here, for example, I want a cruise that goes on Monday because my clients arrived, let's say, on Saturday and they started at Cairo their trip, but then want to go to Luxor on Monday. So they check that you check the table and you find different cruises. Then you want to see the duration of it, and then based on that, you should put it on the platform. So for the cruises to show, you should put the right departure day and the right duration, because if you don't put it, you won't find a cruise, and it's just because that's how our platform works. So be careful to select the right departure day and the right duration of stay to have the cruises you want to have. Um, I'll go back to the platform and I will go to an itinerary I created. So here, this one is to help you pick the cruise without bothering putting the dates. However, I know that clients that might be coming from the US or Canada will not just go to Egypt to do a cruise. But anyway, that's a bit to help you. And of course, there is different way to add it to your itinerary. Sorry. So as you can see here in the description, we mentioned the day you'll find the cruises. So for this template, you don't need to go back to the table. You just have to read and select the day of departure. So for example, I will take the Jazz Crown Prince. Since it's available every Monday, I should be careful to select here. Monday, let's say February 6, sorry, 17. Just let me read again. So it's every Monday. Okay, just Crown Prince every Monday, 17 to. Okay, so here my cruise disappeared since I wanted to pick another cruise than the one I suggested. But when it loads here, I write the name of the cruise and it must show, and then I can pick it. So it's just Crown Prince, and then I can see it and pick it. And as you can see, so we do have different type of rooms, and the rooms are not just rooms here. So as you can read, we do have standard cabins with standard rooms with excursions not included. And we do have rooms with excursions included. So please be careful that when you buy a cruise to your client, the first option that will show is the option without the excursions. However, I don't expect that the client will do their excursions by themselves. So it's definitely recommended to let them know that they should include the excursions, and then you simply select the excursions included, and it will add to the rate, and it will add the excursions. When we talk about the excursions, we talk about different programs depending on the duration of the stay, and you can find these programs by clicking the links here. So when I click the link here, it takes me to the program day by day, hour by hour, until the last day of the cruise. So that's the best way we're able to let you find the programs of the cruises. That's concerning the ready-made template. So here I didn't have to select the right number of nights and days because it was already automatically selected. However, it was selected for 8 days. If I want to make it for 5 days, I need to do it manually. And if I want another day of departure, I will also have to select it. So here I added my cruise. Okay, I didn't select it. Let me pick it. Let's say that confirm. So here it took my cruise. It's the 8 days full board for $1,200. Are one of the best cruises you can find over the Nile. So it's a very correct budget concerning to the quality you get on board. We do have cheaper cruises if needed. We do have more expensive cruises, but when you remember that you're on the same boat for 7 nights, having all the meals you want, you make the calculation easily, and you will see that it's a very correct budget for this trip. Then I need to add my flight. So be very careful while adding your flight. Here you see that the cruise departs on Monday. So I need to arrive either one day in advance and sleep there, or I need to arrive the same day but in the morning to be able to board the cruise. So here, if it's departing on Monday, then I have to put my flight arriving one day in advance. I recommend you to set one way to make sure it doesn't change all the dates of the cruise. Then you add the returning flight. Then I'll put Sunday 16. I'll say that I want my flight from London arriving to Luxor. Then I search here. So here you can see here are flights that arrives. So the first flight that will show will be the cheapest, but not maybe the more convenient one. So I will look here for most convenient option. Let's say I pick this one. Okay, it's not the most convenient. Let's say I pick this one. So I picked the flight. I made sure that it arrives the other day, so it's departing on the 16th, but it arrives on the 17th, so which is on Monday, and arrives at 3 p.m. You can see the boarding time on the programs. So if the boarding start at 12, usually the cruises accept guests all night as long as it's not departing from Luxor the first day. So here I added my flights, here I have my cruise, then I just need to add my transfer, and I have my full trip ready for the clients. Some of our cruises includes the private transfer. It's if it's included, it's mentioned here where it's mentioned here. For example, it's not included, but some boats include the transfer. So just read it, not to pay twice the transfer for the clients. And we do have a typical boat also for clients, which is called the Habia Ikadolli. It's a local, a smaller boat, but make sure to book in advance to guarantee availability for your client. That was all for me. I hope it was clear. Uh, I don't know if we do have any question that my manager didn't respond to,
Now we
or
have 2 minutes left, so if you have any question, feel free to send them.
and of course, don't hesitate to ask our travel advisors for any help or anything you need, especially for the cruises. I know that they might be tricky sometimes, so they can definitely help you to build it, or if you don't find the cruise, or if you have any specific question, will be knowledgeable to help you about it. That was all for me. I'll go briefly again over the platform to show you some other inspiration. So here we do have a combination with Jordan. Here we do have from the Nile to the Red Sea, which is an itinerary that goes through all the essential parts of Egypt. We do have along the Nile, which is Cairo, Luxor, and Aswan. And as I said, these are inspirational, but you can 100% modify any activity or thing you need, uh, or service you need on the platform.
So yes, we are recording the presentation. You will find it on the portal, and we will also send the slides to all the attendants. So no problem about finding again all this information.
Thank you again for joining our presentation. It will be sent, or
Yeah,
it will be also sent to you. I had another presentation with more details about each city, about each country I talked about, because I couldn't cover all the details in 1 hour. However, the presentation will be full of the details, and thank you again for joining.
thank you everyone.
Thank you. We will be closing the video presentation soon, so don't hesitate if you still have any question left. I think it's clear for enough for
Yeah.
everyone. Thank you. Have a good evening or a good day, and bye bye.